I really liked Fnaf 2, the movie. I just wanted to quickly upload my thoughts, especially regarding like the implication it has for the game lore. Obviously, that's what I care about. I think it introduced one new character, being well, it introduced several, but we all expected like the puppet to be in FNAF 2. I did not expect Michael Afton to be in FNAF 2, but he was, and he was great. I wish he was there more. Um, so I want to just briefly speak on, I think, Charlotte and Michael, and like maybe the prototypes too, and what I think that says for the lore. You can start with my most nothing burger takes, which is that like I think that I think the prototypes, obviously they are not prototypes in the games. I don't think you can like call this a retcon, because that's just, they're explicitly called like the old models in the games. I think they might like, maybe this is Scott trying to say like, um I don't know, like it's not that significant, or I'm sure he's trying to streamline it a little bit. I don't believe that there's MCI and DCI. I do believe that it's one incident, even though it does make like everything a little messy. I also think this movie kind of affirms that fact that he wasn't trying, like Scott doesn't want there to be two missing children's incidents. The only missing children shown are the one from the first movie, and the only real new spirit included in the FNAF 2 movie is Charlotte. And I also think that might like reflect in the games that, okay, there's not like a whole new cast of souls. The one primarily that FNAF 2, both the movie and the games introduce, is Charlotte. Yeah, it was just a quickie. Then it's the thought of right, like Charlie being like this really angry and more vengeful spirit than she is in the games. Like in the games, she's mostly shown as like the giver of life. I mean, that's the game. That's the only like game where you explicitly play as her. I think. Give gifts, give life. Maybe there's more. I don't know. But that's like, she's known as the one who's always so kind, picking everyone up in her arms, like Henry said in FNAF 6. But in the movie, she does like, I, I mean, it's kind of hard to get a characterization of her. I think she does like, it's clear that she hates parents, not kids. And I think that's just consistent in general with the animatronics, though. I don't think in the games they're shown to be like, oh, they're nice to kids, but they do get a little crazy around the parents. I don't think it's a major derailment. I guess maybe it's like a attempt to explain why the puppet is even like aggressive in the games. Because she's like a killer, right? She kills you. She kills you in the game. I don't know if anyone actually plays the game or if they just listen to theory videos, but she kills you in the game if you fail to wind the music box. So yeah, I just wanted to say, like, I think we got some new characterization of the puppet, showing her hatred towards adults and their irresponsibility around children. I think it's good. I like it. Yeah. Then, yeah, the big boy, the big fry, Michael Afton. I'm sure we're gonna get more in FNAF 3, but what we've seen right now is, we kind of thought that, Mike Schmidt in the movie might be like a alternative version of, Michael Afton from the games. And in the same way that like Vanessa is a game character, but she's not an Afton, we think. At least we know she's not William Afton's child. We know that. She would be far too young, or I guess too old. if she was William Afton's daughter, she would be really, really old by the time of Security Breach, but she's not. She's a young woman. So yeah, that's like, we thought that was an alternative character, but they just introduced Michael Afton now. And he's evil. He's evil in the games. He's not really evil. Or at least the common like consensus, at least from what I understood, my perception was Michael kills the crying child as a teen, and then he may or may not be put in nightmare gas torture by his dad for like a while. And then his dad tells him, "Hey, check out the basement. Check out the sister location basement." Because I think because they have started going a little wild. They killed the security guards and stuff, electricians, whatever. So William doesn't want to risk it, so he sends down Michael. And that shows, at least to some extent, in my opinion, that he was working with his dad to some extent. I don't know the extent of which he knew what his dad was doing. I don't think he knew the full extent. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. At the very least, he had no idea what happened to Elizabeth. And so when he went down there and he found out what happened to Elizabeth, he found out that his father had basically sent him down there to die. That's when we get the character shift. That's when we get the development to see the Michael that we see in FNAF 6. Yeah, so I think after seeing the movie and seeing he's just evil. He just wants to follow his father's footsteps. It's kind of like the opposite of the games, where in the games it's like, I'm gonna find you, Dad, and I'm gonna fucking kill you. And this time he's like, please, Dad, come back. I wanna help you. I think this version of Michael is the one before he found out what happened to Elizabeth. I think it's possible that that's who he was. Maybe he was working to a closer extent to, like, in the movie, Michael just literally, they don't show him killing anyone on screen, but he like, lets the whole like film crew get killed by animatronics. He's trying to kill Mike and Abby and Vanessa. Like, he's a killer. And I think that makes it more possible that Mike in the game is also a killer for his dad, like as a kid, as a teen, up until FNAF 5, sister location. And then that has some timeline consequences, because then you can start asking, is Michael working at FNAF 1, possibly FNAF 2, possibly FNAF, well, I don't know about FNAF 3, but at least FNAF 1 and 2, is he working there on behest of his father, and then sister location happens after them? Or did sister location happen first, and he is working at them in an attempt to find his dad, find out what happened, what he's done? I don't think it's a clear answer. I personally, either I want Michael to not have worked at FNAF 2, or if he has, I want it to be from the pre-sister location, because I just don't believe that the sister location animatronics are like that OG, you know? Like, they have child luring mechanisms. Like, I think they're clearly implied to be like further developments. I don't know. So yeah, it would kind of clear some things up in the timeline where we were like, ooh, for Michael to go on his little hunting down thing, sister location has to happen really early. But now it's a possibility that actually, and it was a possibility before too, but now it seems more likely that he just worked with his dad in order to like pull like we see William do in FNAF 3, which is pull the animatronic parts apart and take the metal. I think that that's what Mike was helping with. That's why we were fired for tampering with the animatronics. Why it smell bad? A joke. I know that's unsatisfactory. I think it's a joke. I think it was a joke. Yeah, by Scott. Right. Is there anything else? Nope. I like the movie. I like Michael Afton. Freddie Carter is cool.